Am I the asshole for forcing my guests to move to a hotel after they refuse to use the bidet? Sorry for all the poop talk. I live in a country with terrible plumbing. If you flush toilet paper, you are pretty much guaranteed to back up your toilet. I grew up in Colorado, so I know how weird it is to wipe after a dump and then put the paper in a garbage can instead of just flushing it. So I installed a wand bidet in all 3 washrooms in my retirement house. So after you poop, you just spray your backside down nice and clean. Then you use the toilet paper to dry your butthole. Nice, simple, and less gross in my opinion. I wish I had these when I lived in the States. Me too. So my brother and his wife came down for a visit. I told them the rules for the bathroom, and they both said that they understood. Apparently not. They clogged the 2 public bathrooms on the first day. Then they asked to use the one in my room. Nope, that's mine. They asked me where they were supposed to go to the bathroom. I pointed them to the clogged ones and offered them a plunger and a drain snake. They said I was the host and it was my responsibility. I laughed in their faces. So they packed up and left. They found a hotel, and now they are on social media complaining about the shithole country I chose to retire to and calling me a terrible host for inviting them down but not letting them use my bathroom. I posted pictures of my bathrooms after they clogged them and asked if they knew who did that to my home. They called me gross and immature for talking about their bathroom habits. I'm lost. They brought it up first. Anyways, they're calling me an asshole because they're having to spend money on a hotel when I live in a really nice house with guest rooms. But now everyone who knows the bathroom rules for down here is calling them idiots for not using the bidet or putting the toilet paper in the receptacle. Edit. These awards are making me laugh. Okay, we're gonna have to go read some of the comments here. Not the asshole. The responsibility to unclog the toilet falls on the person who clogged it, not the host. Someone responds, could someone please tell my husband that? Dude, I would be so embarrassed. I clogged the toilet at my girlfriend's parents' house early on and went in with my fucking hands because I was so embarrassed. They don't use plungers for some reason in their house, only snakes. What? Went in with his hands, dude. This is one reason why plungers are often kept near the toilet rather than away with other cleaning and home maintenance supplies. Also, bidets are civilization. If you still just use TP and don't wash it if there are available facilities, I find it barbaric. Bidet, soap, TP to dry, then toss in the can. Not the asshole. How do people leave a bathroom with a clogged toilet? Unless it's a super public bathroom with like 573 stalls and no one around, I would be mortified to leave a toilet clogged. Like, how does one clog a toilet in the family house and not be embarrassed and try to fix it? Like, I get that poop is natural, but dang. Yeah, that shit took itself out, lol. Well, only partly because OP has to deal with what's left in the house. Never has the title Am I the Asshole been more appropriate? Best laugh I've had in ages. OP, I loved your response to their shitty behavior. In fact, if anything, I think you were a wee bit too nice. Number 1, yes, they brought up their bathroom habits first, so holding that against you is tissue thin. Number 2, they can't possibly think it's your responsibility to clean up their crap. Not the asshole. Oh boy. This all comes down to they agreed to the rules and then they didn't follow them. They decided to just flush those rules right down the toilet. I'm sorry. I have to take part now. It's like this shit is made for dad jokes. They agreed to the rules. They didn't clean up their own mess. What in the hell makes them think that you're going to let them just come clog your toilet too? By the way, I live in the States and I wish we had bidets. I wish bidets were like commonplace here. And if you look into, the conversion kit to add a bidet, they're not cheap. It's not just an easy thing to convert to a bidet here in the States. I wish they had them everywhere. And I understand why the rest of the world thinks that we're pretty gross for not having them. We're just walking around with dirty butts, all of us. I mean, luckily they have the wet wipes that are degradable and you can flush and they won't clog up sewer systems now, supposedly. In the Thunder household, we're firm believers in the flushable wipes. Still, yeah, it's pretty gross. Obviously, it's not feasible to jump in the shower every time. Every time you poop, just jump in the shower, upside down, spray your butt off, dry off, and then you're done, right? This shit is bananas. If I were a guest there, obviously, I would have been excited. I would have been like, yeah, I get to like wash my butt off after. I'm all about it. I don't know why they tried to just flush it. Maybe one time doing it as an accidental habit is understandable. Clogging up 2 bathrooms and then not even attempting to fix it just makes them, both assholes. Let's see where they land on the ASCON scale here. OP, you're not even on the scale here. It's fine. Everything you did was called for. Sometimes you gotta fight poo with poo. You know what I mean? They, however, on the ASCON scale, let's show the graphic just to familiarize everyone who doesn't know. ASCON 1, which is the worst, is no way you should have done that. you're a terrible human being. ASCON 2 definitely shouldn't have done that, but it doesn't make you a terrible person. ASCON 3, you probably should have approached that differently. And ASCON 4, you probably could have approached that differently. Maybe you're an asshole, maybe you're not. They agreed to the rules. They chose not to follow them. So I'm going to call them ASCON 2 here. They're not terrible human beings. Like I don't feel like they were super malicious in this. Actually, them taking to social media and trying to victimize themselves for their own actions kind of does bump them up to ASCON 1 here. So yeah, let's officially label your guests here as a couple of dirty buttholed ASCON 1s, and UOP, you're a clean butthole. Not an asshole at all. You're totally fine. I am very interested to hear what everyone else thinks of this, so please leave your dirty butthole comments below. Also, if you aren't already following us on Instagram, use our link tree, which is in our bio, to get over there. It is the Dusty Thunder RSI Instagram, where you will see all kinds of behind-the-scenes stuff, including family stuff. And if you are not subscribed on YouTube yet, you need to subscribe and turn on your notifications for new content, because we post new content daily on YouTube, including compilations of Am I the Asshole stories and the podcast, the video version, and all kinds of other story time things as well. So be sure to go subscribe those two places if you have not already. This is a closed case. I feel like this feels like a pretty open and shut case. Your guests were just a couple of turds. That's all there is to it. Flush this experience and just put it out of your mind.